What's up, guys? Welcome back to Smalls and
Biggs.
Yeah, I did it differently this time.
Oh, I almost burped right in the intro.
But if you're new here, what's up? How you guys doing? Please subscribe. Do all that fun stuff for us. And if you're listening over Spotify, please follow us and stay tuned to this because we're doing a new series. This is the second episode of what?
Of our series called Inner Circle. A series about friendship.
It's about friendship. We were struggling for a while to find a series we wanted to do, and then we found this and
spoke to us.
Yeah. Before we start off, we talked about last week just about the general stuff of friendship,
what is a friend? And
and we want to do this of trying to take the stuff that we talk about and use it in real life, because we don't always do that. So it's easy to say it and not do it. So we're trying to show that we're trying to do it. So you guys are not like, well, if you guys don't do it, then we're not going to do it. Equal, okay? We're all doing this.
That's right.
No one escapes. So I want to ask you, what did you bring out of the episode last week that you used?
Something that I brought out of last week's episode was that I made a couple new friends. So, made a friend with a couple people from church. One person from church, and then one of mine and Abby's friends.
Nice. The
new
visible
boyfriend. Yeah. The not real, maybe real.
She is real. You guys don't know.
She might be real. You'll find out.
We're going to eventually bring her on, and they're going to be like,
she's real.
Hired!
Yeah, no.
That's an actress.
An actress.
They look it up. She must not be that famous. All this stuff.
That's funny.
But she is real, guys, okay?
Yeah.
Or is she?
She might.
You guys would never know.
Maybe,
we're just gonna keep doing this. So we're gonna make her read it. This is gonna be the sort of stuff. It'll be like Chance. It'll be like Chance, Abby.
It's me.
Body
pillow.
Yeah, body pillow. This is Abby, guys. I wanted you guys to meet her.
But yeah. So, anyways,
that's good.
We went out to dinner with our friend and her new boyfriend. And I got
Does she watch this? Abby?
Abby?
Yeah.
Every once in a while, yeah. Okay. She'll watch.
Good. She shouldn't watch this one.
Yeah, no, she shouldn't. It's because she's not real.
Exactly.
But yeah, I made a good friend with
that's
somebody, and then one guy that's coming on our mission trip with us in July, which we'll talk about that more when it gets closer to that. But yeah, he's coming with us to the mission trip, so I got to know him a little bit. And he's
nice.
Pretty cool guy.
Yeah.
Shout out Nate and Joshua.
Sounds like you had a eventful week with friendship in mind. Oh my gosh, it's like that's what we're talking about.
Yeah, and I also had an old friend reach out recently.
Nice.
So
that's good.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
And,
okay, no.
Yeah. What about you?
What about me?
And then maybe we'll see if Matt wants to.
Yeah. I don't know if he does. But mine would have to be I'm more quiet and I'm more of a shy guy, so I don't speak to a lot of people. So this week I try to be more outgoing. Try to speak to more people, and normally I wouldn't do it, but last week I felt like stuff we were talking about, like trying to find new people and all that stuff, it really brought something out that I was like, actually, I'll try to be more outgoing. Try to put myself out there.
That's good.
But it's like baby steps.
Yeah.
Which, you know who had a baby?
Who?
MLK Jr. And that's the quote we have. Okay. Time to read it. I was trying to leak them, okay? I was trying to leak the quotes. He did have a child. He had children.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, Martin Luther King Jr. had kids.
Martin Luther King Jr.
So I was trying to like connect it by like
He died for
baby
our sins.
steps, a baby, a father, quote read now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
got it.
yeah.
I got it now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Took you a while.
That was a really good transition.
It was.
So good.
Matt, 1 out of 10. 1 out of 10. How was it?
He shakes his head.
We'll talk about this afterwards, okay? Let's just...
So our quote from last week was, "In the end, we will remember not the words of our enemies, but the silence of our friends." Martin Luther King Jr.
What do you get out of that quote? What in it makes you go, huh? Or just like,
I think it's,
or the meaning.
I kind of think what he's trying to say is that what's more impactful. It's like the words of our enemies aren't going to be as impactful as like when something comes up and our friends are silent. I feel like that's a little bit more impactful to somebody's persona and their, their overall health.
Yeah. But what if an enemy what if an enemy is secretly disguising itself as a friend? Which makes me talk about our subject today. Fake friends, guys!
Man, you're on it with transitions.
I know. No, mine, we are talking about fake friends today. That is true, but I want to try to, like, throw you guys off. But what I got from it is, like, because we picked this quote for fake friends. Your enemies could say the most nasty stuff to you, and it might, like, stick in your head for, like, a couple minutes. You're like, oh my gosh. But at the end of the day, you're like, I'm never going to see them again. Why would I care what they think of me? They're not that important in my life.
Right.
But a friend is someone you do think about, and you want to build that relationship and all that stuff. They have your trust. So if they were to be secretly an enemy, or someone that's sharing your stuff, or going behind your back and doing all that stuff, I felt like it would hold way more than a friend going behind. No, an enemy betraying you or something like that. Like if a friend betrayed you, it cuts deeper than if an enemy betrayed you.
Right, because there's
you
that
expect
loss
that.
of trust.
Exactly.
You know, you have a trust with an enemy, like you don't have a trust
Yeah,
with
like
your enemy
in-
as much as you do with your friends.
Like in movies, when the enemy teams up with the hero, you expect the enemy to end up betraying the hero. You never expect a friend to betray you
yeah,
because they're your friend. You're like, you're my friend. I don't expect you to betray me because we're friends. And yet that friend is like, well, that's what you think, but I've been doing all this stuff behind your back. Yeah. That's not every
reminds
friendship.
me of Star Wars. Reminds me of Revenge of the Sith.
That's not every friendship, guys. There are good friendships, and we talked about some of them yesterday, and all of that, and it's easy to get this, like, warped reality where you think if someone says one bad thing about you, they're a fake friend, or something like that, because today in our society, it's like everything revolves around social media and our, like, presence or whatever. Mm-hmm. Like, oh, I'm posting 42 pictures a day. Hopefully my friends like it, sort of thing. But it's like, if a friend, like, hey, actually, I didn't like this one photo, and you're like, you're fake. You're a fake friend. You're fake. You're a snake, sort of thing. It's not true. Maybe you need honesty in a friendship. That's one thing, too.
And to not post 42 pictures in a day.
Yeah. But if you're an influencer, that's what you have to do.
Again with the number 42.
I said if you're an influencer,
No,
that's
I
what you
know.
have to do.
I know, but
But you
we were
hoard
talking about-
42?
No,
Yeah.
we were talking about it earlier.
I know.
The 42
I know.
pictures.
Oh, I didn't even catch that. Sometimes I just say it, and it's just like, and then people are like, why do you keep saying 42? I'm like, did I?
Every time there's an over exaggeration of anything. It's
I don't
like
know why.
always
It's just
42.
it's always been
Always
42.
the number.
But it's way easier to cut people out and say they're fake nowadays than it is to actually take the criticism, and not just that, to actually find out if they're a fake friend or not. Because
Yeah.
you're like, oh, they said this one bad thing about me. They're fake. They're not my actual friend.
Yeah, it might just be constructive criticism. They might actually care about you and want you to do better.
We're not saying there
But-
isn't fake friends out there. There
Yeah,
are.
there is.
There's a ton of them. But it's just, I feel like so many people are losing good friends over stupid stuff. And nowadays.
Especially in school and stuff, like high school.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
I mean, we're both out of school right now, so well,
Yeah.
I guess I'm in college, but
But it's just so easy for someone to say one thing and you go, like, give you examples. Say someone's like, "Oh my gosh, I like these two girls," and then someone goes, "Bro, you shouldn't go after two girls. You should only go after one." And then you're like, "You're a fake friend because you don't got my back. You're not a yes man. You don't need yes men in your life, okay?" They do nothing but praise you. That's their only job, is praise you. But yet behind their back, you know what they're saying about you? A bunch of stuff. Probably saying this dude's stupid. All these awful things that your enemy says to you. But yet you don't notice that because they're giving you praise when they're in your presence.
yeah, we talked about this in our last series, Bully Within. Highly recommend. But we were talking about the yes man, and it's like yes men don't offer anything, like any help. They don't offer any.
They're only there to sing your praises and nothing else. And that's not what friendship's for. It's not for someone to be like, "Oh, you did so amazing this time. Oh my gosh." Which there should be times where they are singing your praises. That's a good friendship when they do. But there's also some times where your friend should look at you and not be afraid to be like, "Bro, that was stupid. Maybe you shouldn't have done that." Instead of them being like, "Oh, you did amazing. Oh, when you punched that person for no reason, that was epic." No, if you're punching random people, your bros should look at you and go, "You're stupid."
That was not cool.
They did nothing. Yeah.
Now that we're kind of into like the idea of fake friend, what do you identify a fake friend as?
One example is like a yes man, as I said. I feel like a fake friend is someone that pretends that they're there for you, but are not. They're only your friend until you're no longer useful to them. They're only using you, and then once you become unuseful, they leave. Like, say, you just, boom, you're that guy. Everybody loves you. Blah, blah, blah. And then you fall in hard times, and then that person's like, "Peace, I'm out." I feel like that's a fake friend, because a real friend would be with you through those hard times.
Yeah.
And they'd be with you in those good times.
Yeah, for sure. I agree. It's like when those friends that only are friends with you when it's convenient. Matt said something about this earlier. Like people that are only there when it's convenient, but as soon as things are hard, as soon as things go
South.
Then they disregard you, and sometimes it even escalates.
Yeah.
Past that is like,
Yeah.
they you try opening up to them, and then they open up everything that you just said, and then tell everybody else about it.
Yeah. But we kind of talked about this last week. Some friends, I felt like I need to bring this up, but like last week we talked about how some friends are not fake friends, but they just can't hold your stuff
Yeah.
at that time.
Yeah.
And if they go tell people, yeah, it's wrong, you should talk to them and be like, bro, that
right.
hurt my feelings. But it doesn't mean they're necessarily a fake friend. It might be they can't handle that. They can't hold that.
Yeah, they might have their own stuff that they're holding.
Yeah.
And it's important to kind of we talked about this last week too, like to make boundaries and find out what is okay to talk about and what is not okay.
Yeah. But fake friends are just people you don't want around, because those are the people at the end of the day, they're great when they're around. When you're actually friends with them, they're great. You're like, oh, we're having parties, like everything's going right. They're on my side. And then once the bad times come, they go, nah, we weren't even friends.
Yeah.
I'm out.
Yeah, I've had that happen before.
You thought we were friends? No, I was only here for the good times.
Yeah.
I'm out.
Or somebody that just finds somebody better and decides that you're not good enough for them.
Yeah. Yeah. All the friends are...
That's a big thing, I feel like, in school and stuff.
Yeah.
It's like,
It's a big thing in school of, like... I feel like while you're going through school, that's where you meet the most fake friends. Is there. Because you can't identify fake friends, because all you want is to be the guy or the girl, the top dog, whatever there. Or you want at least some people to notice you. There's different spectrums. There's people that want good grades and be the highest academically. Or there's the people that want to be really good at sports and have everybody be like, oh, bro, that was epic. Or the person that's just like, well, I want to be a bad boy. I want to do the bad stuff. And people think I'm cool. So there's when you realize and meet the most fake people there are.
And I think something that has to do with it is just the amount of, like, different people that there are. Especially when you're going from, like...
Yeah.
Somebody who's stayed in a school for a while, like, you grow up with people and you experience different things.
Yeah.
But then those friendships kind of fall apart because you're experiencing those different things.
Like I had a close friend in high school. Me and him don't talk anymore. Those things sort of happen of like, oh, we're tight because we see each other every day, and then once you guys don't make plans or nothing like that, it just goes away.
Yeah.
It's like you got to know when it's actually real friendship and when it's not. I get you need friends if you're in school right now at all. If you're younger than the age of graduating.
Yeah.
And you're actually in school, it is okay to have school friends. Mm-hmm. Those friends, usually, you're not friends afterwards.
It's true. I think last time I talked to somebody from high school was a few months ago.
You might have one or two that stick with you.
Yeah.
But for the most part, the rest of them, they leave. They all have lives to go live. And I say cherish the moments you're with them.
Yeah.
Because those are good moments. Not denying that. Good moments. But when you look back on it, you're going to cherish that as a school friend, not a real friend. They're not fake friends necessarily, because at the time, that's like how you survive. Because you need people to survive school. You need people to survive that traumatic era of getting bullied. Yeah, just school in general, like fearing that you're gonna get in trouble with your parents or all of this stuff or getting bullied or whatever. So you just need someone to like help you get through it. So I get that.
And that speaks to all aspects of life. You need that throughout your entire life too. So, but definitely during school, you don't want to be alone.
Yeah, it's different after you get out of school because then you look for the relationships that are long term.
Yeah.
that are actual friendships, and the ones that are gonna stay. And necessarily they don't all stay. My mom always calls us they're seasonal friends. They're like there for a part of your life, and then they leave. And then there's the inner circle, like we said. That's our series whole thing.
Series name.
It's a pretty good name, right? But there's the inner circle of the people that are gonna be with you your whole life. They're the people that are gonna stick with you till you probably die, or you're gonna have like a huge fight and have no friends. No matter what, they're sticking with you for the most part.
Yeah.
So,
Can you bring up an experience that you've had with fake friends?
yeah. Experience I've had with a fake friend. Let's think. I always talk about the one dude. I'll talk about him again, I guess. What?
Anyone else?
No, I have more than that. I won't do him because
I feel like we talked
I
about
cut him out every time I do him.
Yeah.
Because
I
I'm
feel we
like,
talked about
if
that a
he
lot,
if he
too.
finds it, then he's gonna say something to someone. There's gonna be a whole thing, and I'm like, I don't want to deal with that. Okay, cut you out of my life for a reason. Okay.
Yeah.
So, another fake friend. Let me think. Oh, I could talk about him. I don't see him anymore. Fake friend I had was this guy. I'm not gonna say his name, but in middle school. It's a middle school friendship. Yeah. It was this one dude. He was part of I call it my crew, because I was kind of a hoodling back then. Best way to describe it. I had like a gang, basically. These guys, we were pretty hard. So we were going down, and we were just talking and all that stuff. And I thought he was a pretty good friend. I was talking to him and all of that stuff, and I told him something about, I would call him like the lead or whatever, even though I was secretly the leader, but like the leader, because everybody liked me more than him. So I was just like, I was the head dude, but I let him be the head dude, sort of thing. So he was the head dude because he was there longer. He was there before I got there.
Yeah.
So he was the head dude. And I was talking some trash about him, because that's what you do in middle school. You talk trash about everybody.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I said, like, this is so stupid. I should just be the leader now. I'm more popular than him, and everybody likes me, and he's not even doing anything. Why am I not the head dude here? So I told him that, and he told, of course, the leader, and that's what started a very long school year for me. Yeah. Started a mini war, I would call it.
Mini war.
Yeah. It was like a rivalry thing. And yeah, from there, because we were tight, and of course, we'd shoot jabs at each other and all that stuff, but after that day, he just wanted to stop making short jokes every day, sort of thing. Was coming at me. And I'm pretty sure I've shared this story before, but I made a joke at his expense in his face, and he got really mad, and eventually he said he's gonna jump me, and I left school for a while. But yeah, I felt betrayed then, because that's one thing you do notice when you have a fake friend is you feel betrayed when they do leave. You're like, what? I thought we were actually friends. Like, come on. But they're just there for their own interests. They're not there for your interest or your stuff. They're just there because they can get something out of it. Mm-hmm. And he thought he could just get jokes and stuff out of me and just laughs. And I thought he was an actual friend. So I felt betrayed after that. And I did call him a sissy. Well, a different word, but that's the cleanest thing I could say on this. I I definitely cussed the dude out when I saw him. I was a different middle school. Yeah, I cussed him out about it, and I was like, bro, you're just a scaredy cat. Like, you're afraid and all that stuff. And then he talked big game. He was like, bro, I could fight you. So I put my fist up, and I was about to fight him, and he ran away. I was right. But, yeah, that's like a fake friend story I haven't told before. It's about him. I've told about the other dude, but we already talked about him.
Yeah.
The little dude. He's a fake friend, too, but I've already told that story.
Right.
How about you? Do you have a fake friend story?
Yeah, I do. I have had a lot of fake friends throughout the last
Anyone you want to share?
couple years.
Or anyone you can share?
Yeah, I can share them all pretty much.
Let's just do one.
Yeah, I'm not gonna share them all, but yeah.
You're just like listing them out. You're like, this one dude punched me in the face. This one dude stole my gold and my car. Like,
Jeez, that's never happened to me.
it's never happened to me, but that would be funny.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it has happened to someone. I'm sorry if
Probably.
that's happened to you.
That's a fake friend.
That's a criminal. That's not even a friend.
Yeah.
That dude needs to go to jail. He stole your car. That gold part, that's a fake friend.
That's your
but
fault.
like,
No.
yeah, you should have trusted him around.
Just kidding. But when I was in
And maybe she wasn't
eighth
right
grade?
for you.
Huh?
I said, hey, maybe she wasn't right for you.
Probably true.
So you're in 8th grade.
I think.
Let's
yeah.
set the scene. So you're in 8th grade. So you're little Chance. How tall were you?
5'8".
So you're still little Chance compared to what you are now.
Yeah.
So you're little bitty Chance.
All right. Interesting.
You looked young.
Oh yeah, dude, my license.
And you will what? So we're setting the scene right now. You're at school, right? Are you in school or outside school? Trying to set the scene. Are you in school or outside school? Like outside the building.
I'll tell the story here.
I know, but I'm trying to set it for them. Like the whole like place so they get a picture in their mind.
I know.
Makes it more worth it.
I got it.
Okay. Go ahead. The floor is yours. I'll just be sitting here sipping. Okay, so
So I was in school. It was around Halloween time, and
okay, so like, wait, I actually do have a question. Did your school let you wear like costumes or no? Because I knew some schools didn't.
I don't actually remember.
There was no costumes. It was on Halloween.
I actually don't remember
it's
if
like
there
a
was
school.
costumes or not.
Okay, he doesn't remember. So there's monsters in the hallway, and there's only two
Ant
humans
farm.
left, and it was Chance and this one person. There you go. Let's start this off. Go. What happened?
Yeah, so we were killing zombies and with swords.
Oh, you going back there?
Yeah, I love swords. I really want a sword.
Okay, guys. This is none of the smallest big. See you guys next week. I'm joking. So it's Halloween.
I don't think we're ever gonna get past this part.
I'm like trying to continue the story. So it's Halloween. What happened on Halloween?
So I was invited to go trick or treating
Okay.
and invited to some party for Halloween with some friends.
Okay. Nice.
And
So what did you wear a costume to the trick or treating thing?
yeah, obviously.
What was your costume?
I think I was a zombie.
A zombie? Nice.
I was a pretty cool zombie too.
Here's Michael Jackson, guys. It's the Michael Jackson zombie. Okay, so you show up.
No.
No, you don't show up?
This is why I need to tell a story.
Okay, go ahead. I want to see what happens now.
It got time to like, they told me they were going to come pick me up. And, because they lived in the same neighborhood as me.
Oh, so they're going to walk to you.
Yeah.
When
Yeah,
you
it
picked
was
him up, I was like, a bunch of 14-year-olds going to drive a car.
No. This isn't the 70s.
Sometimes it feels like it.
Sometimes. Really?
Yeah.
All right. But I was,
I was just saying because a lot of people look young nowadays.
yeah,
So, feels like a bunch of 14-year-olds driving cars.
it's true. It is true.
I don't know why, but we got younger for some reason.
Did we?
I mean, as like a society.
Oh.
Like for some reason we started looking younger.
Yeah, that's true.
Make no sense. What's happening? Like me, when I shave, I look like a 9-year-old. Okay, so let's continue the story. So they're gonna pick you. They said they were gonna pick you up.
Yeah.
Did I throw you off with that whole stuff? Okay, so they said they were gonna come pick you up.
So they told me they were going to come pick me up. It was getting close to that time, and I was just asked them if they were on their way yet, and texted me back, and he said, yeah, we're on our way. And then like an hour went by, and I texted him. I was like, you guys coming or not? And I just got no answer, and I just kept texting them and it was...
So they ghosted you?
Yeah, they pretty much ghosted. And I was invited to this. Like, I didn't ask my way into this. Like, I was invited. And then they just ghosted me. And then he had told me that he had no phone service and that he couldn't text me, so he just went without me. So then I was like,
So they didn't even
interesting.
they didn't even come to your house.
Huh?
They didn't even come to your house.
No, they didn't.
They
So
could
then
have knocked
I
on the door.
was on the bus the next morning, or I think it was over the weekend.
Okay.
The next school
So
day.
you sat there.
I was on the
crying.
bus and
Were you crying?
No,
Okay, you won't cry. I didn't know how vested you were in this friendship. Okay.
I was pretty invested. It was a pretty important friendship.
Like
to me,
sometimes
but-
when you have a really important friendship, you cry after it dies.
yeah, I was kind of like just kind of in shock.
So you're in
I
shock.
was-
So he was like this.
No,
No?
not like that.
No, not that type
No,
of
I
shock.
was just like, well,
Just-
that was really weird.
Just like this?
and- Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like that.
Like that.
Anybody listening on Spotify has no idea what you're doing.
Making faces, guys, if you're watching, listening on Spotify.
But
So
I was
you're
on the
on-
bus, and
Okay, you're on
the
the bus.
kid that was
What row?
there was a kid that was also going to that party,
Okay.
and he actually went.
Let's give him a name. Daniel.
Bill,
I was going to
Say
name him
Bill.
Daniel. Timothy.
we'll say Bill,
Tim.
Bill,
T.
Bill,
Mr. T.
Bill.
Bill Nye. Okay, so Bill Nye was on your bus,
Yeah.
and he went to the party.
Yeah, he was also my friend.
Okay. And he's a science guy.
Yeah, no. Unless
Okay.
science has to do with drugs,
I-
then
Yeah,
then
actually,
he was-
it
yeah.
does.
Okay, so
It's a
he's
science.
guy.
Drugs are a science. We do not condone drugs if you're a kid watching this.
Or anybody, don't do drugs.
Or anybody. But if you're an adult, you should already know that
Yeah.
for the most part.
You'd be surprised.
I know.
But he was sitting. He came and sat next to me, and he
Nice.
told me he was pretty much like
He's
just straight up told me like, this is what happened. Like those
Oh.
people suck, and I'm sorry that happened to you.
So he's a real homie. Bill and I, the science guy, was a real homie.
For a little bit, he was like a good friend.
So he was a secret snake.
What?
Because you said for a little bit he was good.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we just kind of stopped talking.
Oh, so is that? I didn't know if he like betrayed you or something. That's
No.
why I said secret.
No, I
secret
like if I
snake.
saw him, I would say hi and have a conversation with him.
So he's like what I said, like a school friend that you just
Yeah.
slowly just
Yeah.
you guys stop talking.
We didn't have the same interests and stuff, so yeah, and we were in kind of different groups.
Yeah.
Actually, high school was weird for me. I was in like 5 different groups.
Nice.
Like, and they were all pretty small groups, but
Nice.
like, I had no problem with anybody really.
Yeah.
I liked most people,
Yeah.
except for the popular people. I really didn't like them because they all kind of sucked. And I was a popular kid in middle school and stuff. Like, I had a lot of friends, and I was in that friend group.
Yeah.
After a while, though, I was like, I don't really like you guys.
Yeah.
But anyways, so yeah, he pretty much told me everything that
He's like-
happened. Like,
So let me be him for a second. He was like, "Yo, dog. Sorry that
he
you
actually
didn't come
said
to
that.
Yo,
Yo, dog.
bro. He did actually say that.
No, he did.
He did?
No, that's the one thing I remember. Like him actually opening with. I was like, why
So
did
I
you
can
just call me dog?
contradict. He's like, "Yo, dog. Like." Those dudes just awful. They they invited you, but then they told me that they were pranking you and they didn't even want you to come.
Yeah.
So they text you, said they were coming, but really were like 2 blocks away.
Yeah, they were 2 blocks away. Turns out.
They could have walked. That's what I was saying.
Huh?
I was saying they could have walked 2 blocks away, and they like texted you like, "Oh."
Yeah.
So I
Well,
was just adding on to the thing.
yeah. Yeah, I knew it was BS. The moment
And then he was like-
they stopped texting me, I was like, this is BS.
And then he was like, "But I got your back, okay?"
But then
That's why I
again, it's
told you,
8th
they're
grade.
snakes.
Like, I kind of shrugged it off and was like, okay, well, I'm just not going to be friends with that person. So, yeah. And I have had conversations with him afterwards, like,
Yeah.
not about the situation, but, like, I had genuine conversations with him. And
With what? The one dude that told you?
no, the other guy, the
Oh.
fake friend.
Let's call him Steven. Steven?
Sure.
Okay, Steven.
But, yeah.
Steven.
Yeah, I've, like, didn't have any bad
Yeah.
blood towards anybody, really.
Yeah,
So,
that's good.
I
good.
was kind of one of those people. I don't really hate anybody. Didn't really. I had friend groups, so I had good friends, and
Yeah.
especially freshman year and sophomore year.
That's good.
It's good.
That was a long story.
Well, it wouldn't have been that long.
I was adding the flair to it, okay? The flair, okay?
Can I change my definition of fake friend? I'm just kidding.
So, what is it, huh? What's your big bread, huh? Huh?
So I think a fake
Small
friend,
dude, sizes
No.
canceled.
I think a fake friend is somebody that's like tries to add. What's the word? Flair to stories.
Add the oof. The flair.
Nah, I'm kidding.
Now you guys know what abuse I go through. Subscribe today so I can eat.
Well, okay, so let's kind of move on. Here.
Yeah, I like how I have to.
Smooth transition. We're on it
It's
today
not
with
full
transitions.
smooth, guys, but
So when you have a fake friend? Like,
Yeah.
Well, when you get a friend, when you have a friend,
Mm-hmm.
and they turn out being a fake friend, what were kind of like the red flags that you've noticed?
you can kind of tell where the red flags are. Like I said earlier, they're a yes man, so they only give you praise.
Mm-hmm.
And you do something, and one of your friends are like, "Bro, you shouldn't have done that," and yet they're like, "Bro, that was kill," sort of thing. That's a red flag. Like, but this one dude that I've known long ago actually said I shouldn't have done that. It's one flag. What about you?
I think unreliable people.
Yeah.
People that don't really
Yeah.
check up or
Yeah.
I'd say, because that was one of my things in high school. I didn't have a lot of people that really checked up on me, so kind of made my situation worse. And people, like, when you reach out to people and then they kind of shut down the conversation and then don't text you back for a while. That's another one.
Yeah.
Or another red flag would be like just inviting people to something over and over again, and they're just, oh, I have something. Oh,
Yeah.
not today.
Yeah.
That's somebody that's not really committed,
Yeah. Yeah. Red flag that I've seen is like you try to bring up like your feelings or something like, bro, I've been feeling bad, and they like try to change to the subject. Like, oh, actually, this is a killer party. Or, like, bro, I just need someone to talk to, and they're like, I can't, got other stuff to do, sort of thing. They're
Yeah.
not really there, which not some friends do have stuff to do, so they might not be there. But if that's like they do it constantly, like, bro, I really need to talk to you, and they're like, can't, I got plans, I got XYZ.
Yeah.
Like, when can you talk? And you're like, well, I got a bunch of plans, and then you see them like a day later at Target. And you're like,
Yeah.
is now a good time? They're like, nope, actually, got a barbecue in like 2 minutes, gotta go. Sort of thing. It's just, yeah. It's hard to, especially when you're in the friendship with them, it's hard to notice the red flags.
True.
Other
Like,
people
'cause you want
outside
the
of it.
friendship,
Exactly.
and
Other
you don't wanna
people
see that.
on the outside can see them.
Yeah.
Like, say one of you guys at home has a fake friend, and one of your friends is like, well, I don't trust him. I don't think he's actually your friend.
Oh no, it's fine. It's fine.
Exactly.
We're great buddies.
Like, let's do a little scene. Okay?
Okay, yeah. Let's do.
Do
a
you
little
want
skit.
me to be the person with the fake friend or you?
I'll be the one with the fake friend. Okay, you be.
Chance. We need to talk about something. I think that one dude named, like, Caleb. Yeah, Caleb, that's your new friend?
Oh yeah. He's awesome, dude. He's like my best friend now, and
I-
you
I-
kind of suck as a person.
Oh, well, that's kind of off the wall, but,
No, but that. Okay, but like.
That does happen.
Here's me in real life.
Yeah.
Like that would something that kind of would happen, not in that
not that
exaggeration,
drastic,
but like that would be something that would happen when you have a friend who has a fake friend.
Yeah. I know you don't want to hear it, but I don't trust your new friend.
Caleb?
Yeah, he just, I don't know, but there's like something off about him. I feel like he might be a little bit fake.
Nah, he's the homie. Me and him, we go out once a week. I text him like 4 times a week. He maybe like texts me like 1 time in a year, but like we're best friends.
Have you guys got deep before? Talked about deep stuff?
I was battling some like hardcore depression and stuff, and like I texted him about it, and he invited me to play Fortnite, and then we played Fortnite, and yeah.
Did you guys talk about it while you played Fortnite, or did you just like?
No. He said that to just distract myself.
Hey, that's not healthy.
What are you talking about? I feel so much better.
Do you though? Do you really?
I mean, yeah.
I've known you for a long time. I don't feel like you are better.
You know what? You're right.
Do we need to talk?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go talk. Like, that's a real friend right there. That's
Yeah.
like, do we need to talk? Like, I know you.
Yeah.
I felt like something's wrong. Sometimes friends don't know what's wrong because they might be dealing with their own stuff, so it's hard to notice someone else's. Which, as I said, because I'm trying to make this clear, doesn't mean they're a fake friend. It means they're also dealing with something.
Yeah.
Say that scene played out differently. Like, I was dealing with something. I'm like, cool, nice, you're feeling better, gotta go. sort of thing.
Or somebody that tells you, like, what we were talking, like, in our thing, like,
Yeah.
somebody that just tells you to distract yourself.
Mm-hmm.
It's not really.
No.
They're not. They're just trying to.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're just trying to take advantage of your vulnerableness and.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if
Use it
your
to
friend's
do-
like, "Oh, you're so sad. You know what we should go do? Buy a lot of expensive things that make you feel better."
Yeah, and you should buy some for me too.
Yeah. Since I'm helping you feel better,
Yeah.
you should buy me stuff. No. Not good.
Glug 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 glug.
Okay, now let's do. He just betrayed you.
Oh, Caleb. Caleb just betrayed
Yeah.
me. Are you Caleb now?
Yeah, I'll be Caleb.
Okay.
I don't know why we're doing scenes, but I think it's funny. Okay.
You took my girlfriend. You stole my car.
What you mean, bro?
My dad gave me that car before he passed away.
Bro, I crashed into a pole yesterday.
I don't have insurance.
I'm trying to like be serious about this. That sucks.
Man, I can't believe you. And
Well-
I just bought a ring for my girlfriend. I was gonna propose.
Well, you're gonna be following my child, I guess. Oh my. Okay, let's go.
You-
Oh my, why we just. Okay.
In my car?
Yeah, that's why I crashed. Yeah.
Well, the AC didn't work anyways.
I know. I sold it for parts though. I got good
You
amount of cash.
stole my car? My dead father's car?
Yeah. Hey, can I use his gravestone?
For what?
I'm trying to make like something cool for my unborn son.
You know, Caleb, I don't think you and me should be friends anymore.
So is that a no?
No, of course not.
Okay, I peed on your dad's grave
You know what?
and stole
I'm
the
gonna
flowers
pee on
you
your
gave
baby.
him, and then I gave it to your girlfriend.
Those are flowers that my mother planted.
I'm like about to say something. It made me so funny. It made me laugh so hard. Your mother's pregnant too with my child. I'm sorry, but like, couldn't resist this charm.
You know what? I can't even wait.
I'm getting
You
married
and
to
me-
your mom.
Wait, so I can have my girlfriend back?
Nope, and your girlfriend.
Oh.
I'm like Lou Will, 2 wives.
Oh, jeez.
And your mom wanted me to tell you this, but you gotta move out.
I was already planning on that the moment I heard
Yeah.
that I was having a brother.
Yeah, but you moving out this week. We're not giving you any time.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, good,
I was planning on it.
good.
At least we can agree on something.
Can I use your dad's tube? He's like, yeah. Can you use his grave for something?
Wait, are you gonna kill the babies
No, making a pool.
in the graveyard?
Yeah, I think it'd be dope.
I don't think they'll allow that.
I could get it.
I think
up.
you need to figure some stuff out, Caleb.
No, I'm doing good.
I think you're a yes man.
Am I? Well, your girlfriend said yes to me, so.
And scene.
Oh my.
Oh my goodness.
Caleb's one heck of a
Caleb's the
dude.
Killer. Jeez. Somebody needs to get him on a leash.
Bro, yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I was just keep adding. Because you added the whole wife and car. I was like, girlfriend and car. So I was like, I'm just going to add a bunch of stuff on.
Oh my goodness.
But yeah, that's an extreme version of a fake friend.
That's a fake friend.
That's an extreme version. If you look at that and you're like, oh, I have had that happen before,
I feel really sorry for you.
you need a lot of therapy.
First off.
You need
yeah.
a lot of therapy.
Yeah.
A lot. I'm sorry to say, but maybe you need to go to a psychologist.
If somebody actually has had that happen to them, I really want to
I-
know the story.
Comment down below if you actually has had that happen before. we'll when we make T-shirts and stuff like that, we'll send you one for free.
Yeah.
But that's only if you actually had it. You have to have verification that you've actually had that happen to you, because there are some people that might fake it.
It's true.
And if it actually happened to you, well, hopefully you have a new car and a new girlfriend. And move far away from your mom.
Hopefully not a new dad.
Well, it sounds like he does have a new dad. Oh my. But yeah, I think that's the first time we did a scene. Besides Ghost
We've done-
Therapist.
Oh yeah, that's true.
That's the first time.
So
Yeah.
how are you doing today?
We're not gonna get that today. Yeah. We won't. I don't know if we're actually gonna do scenes. I feel like we should make I've thought about doing scenes for a YouTube video. Just random scenes. Just see if it's funny. But yeah, we don't normally do scenes, but we wanted to show you what a fake friend can look like, and you deny. You can't see the red flag, so you're
And
the
then
one
it
that's
comes back to bite you.
yeah. Not in that extreme version, but still comes back and bites you in the butt.
And I'm not gonna say it.
But let's read our final quote.
Oh man. Yeah.
Yep.
I guess.
Final quote
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Final quote. I feel like we should come up
Intro
with a song.
Final
yeah.
quote.
Final
Intro song.
quote. Quote.
All right.
I don't know. I was just being weird.
Some of the friendships I found as an adult are far more rewarding than those forged out of the convenience of adolescence. Rachel Birch. I don't know how to actually say her last name, but
Yeah. And that's what we kind of talked about at the beginning, is the whole, you forge friendships because it's like a classmate, or your parents are friends, and so you go over there a lot, or stuff like that. Our friendship was like that for a while, of
Yeah.
just our parents are friends, so we're friends. And then it took us a while to actually be once our parents stopped going and hanging out all the time, we were like, we actually
need
miss
to
the
hang
friendship.
out.
So we try to make that work. And it's not always like that. Some people just, I don't know, always Elena has a bunch of those sort of people, because I remember she used to have a friend that would came over to her house a lot, and now I don't think they're friends. I don't know. I need to catch up with her.
yeah, me too.
I've had some of those people too. My mom used to babysit this kid, and he was like a brother to me. And then my mom stopped babysitting him, and I haven't spoken to him since. I saw him at Fred Meyer's a couple months ago.
Oh really?
I didn't say a word to him because I didn't remember his name, and he didn't remember me. But afterwards, I was like, wait a second. I know you. I went home and told my mom, and she's like, oh yeah, I used to babysit him.
Nice.
So, that does happen. And it's okay to grow out of those friendships and lose those sort of friendships. It just makes you crave for the actual friendships.
Which we'll definitely dive more into that next week.
Yep.
And really kind of explain the quote a little bit more.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It's going to be fun. And we hope you all come back next week to see it. It's going to be epic. I gave this energy just for you guys. I see your face is shocked. You always get shocked when I do this at the end. Just get a bunch of energy.
There hasn't been this much energy.
I know, I've
Some
been saving
coffee or
it.
something?
I got energy limitlessly, okay, guys?
You had so much energy that the recording stopped.
No, I hit the quote on accident. But yeah, I have this energy. I call it the YouTube energy because every kid YouTube was like this, like, "Wow, God, today we're doing a 3-up challenge." No, that's stupid. Let's get back down to the real voices.
I'm shocked right now. Surprised anybody could have this much.
Well, you should see some like children YouTubers. Like,
Oh, I know.
For kids, they're always
I
like,
I seen one guy. I was watching Cody Co.
it's always funny.
And he was reacting to some guy, and he like did that, and then he went and like did a somersault backflip, and then came back and then started doing that again. I was like, what is this guy?
I feel like I should do that. Just freak Elena out one YouTube video
Somersault
we do.
backflips.
Oh no, just like have this act like I'm just like tired before we record it. I'm like, just out of nowhere. But we hope you all have an amazing week, and you guys just find good friendships and grow and just learn from each other, because that's all you can do in a friendship. So we'll see you guys next week. This is none other than Smalls in.
Biggs.
See you all next week for the 3rd episode.
Yes.
So please come back.
Number.
Now
Chris.
we're about editing. Dominic's about to roll the outro.